Late Monday night, early Tuesday morning, the Milwaukee Bucks and Miami Heat made a trade that sent Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bobby Portis to Miami, and about half of the Bucks' rotation and some picks to Milwaukee. But how did the trade? How did the other potential trade to another Eastern Conference powerhouse fall through? Let's go to Sports Center and Sham Sharamia and find out what happened.
Last night, Giannis Antetokounmpo traded to the Miami Heat, and the man who broke the news, Shams Charania, joining us this morning on Sports Center. Shams, good morning to you. The Giannis deal getting done just before midnight last night. How did it finally cross the finish line?
Gary, I have to take you guys all the way back to May 2025, and at that point, Giannis Antetokounmpo and his agent Alex Saratsas informed the Milwaukee Bucks that they believed it was time to part ways. Everyone in Milwaukee, just to put it bluntly, knew that Giannis wanted a trade out of Milwaukee. Once that happens, when a star player is 1 foot in, 1 foot out, we see the dysfunction and the fracture in the relationship that we saw all last season. So there were twists, there were turns, there were things that happened. Giannis never went public with a trade request, but that led to increased trade conversations at the NBA trade deadline. And which team was the last one standing before the Bucks decided to keep Giannis? It was the Miami Heat. They had a trade package that had a lot of the pieces that we saw in the deal last night, as far as Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware, Jaime Jaquez, multiple first-round picks. But they put in more young players. Kasparas Yakashonis, 3 first-round picks. They could only trade 2 at the deadline. 1 pick swap, 1 second-round pick. These are all assets.
Those are a lot of assets Miami gave up to really only be getting 2 players. In my opinion, I don't know if Miami really got any better, because I don't even think they have the money to re-sign Norman Powell, who I believe is a free agent. If they could somehow keep Norman Powell, who was a first-time All-Star, that would help. Norman Powell, Bam, and Giannis could be a pretty formidable big 3. But you traded a very good player in Khalil Ware, Jaime Jaquez, who was a terrific player, and Tyler Hero, who could give you buckets rather coming off the bench or starting. A very good rotation guard. Other teams were in the mix for that trade, including my Detroit Pistons, who were willing to give up picks, Ron Holland and Isaiah Stewart in the deal, because the Pistons wanted Tyler Hero, and still will actually go after Tyler Hero from what I'm hearing.
Assets that were not on the table at the deadline. So the Bucks, they scoured the market over the last several weeks, and it came down to the Heat and the Celtics, 2 of the Eastern Conference Titans, teams that have won championships over the last 2 to 3 decades. They battled it off to try to get Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Miami wins. Pat Riley gets his big fish now in South Beach to pair with Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, Shams, you mentioned the other strong suitor there, Boston. Their package centered mostly around Jaylen Brown, who is, of course, a proven commodity in the league. Why did Milwaukee end up ultimately taking the Heat's offer over the Celtics, and where does this leave JB in Boston?
Tyler, the Celtics aggressively pursued Giannis at the deadline, but even more this pre-draft cycle. They offered Jaylen Brown and, I'm told, 2 unprotected first-round draft picks. The Bucks wanted some kind of combination of young players such as Ugo Gonzalez, Jordan Walsh, or Baylor Shireman. You have draft assets, swaps as well that Milwaukee wanted, but this was where the Celtics capped out at. And so now that you don't get Giannis, and now that it is known that you were a finalist, this is what was on the table, they have offered Jaylen Brown twice in deals over the last 4 years. Back in 2022, it was a package for Kevin Durant. Now, a package for Giannis. The difference now is Jaylen Brown is a Finals MVP. He's a guy that was an MVP finalist in the league this past season. How will he handle this news? My understanding is there are going to be some hard conversations to come in Boston. There's a relationship here that's going to get managed, and we're not going to know the fallout.
Giannis and Tatum will be a hell of a combination, along with some of the other players that are already there. That will be a good trade straight up. Jaylen Brown will probably be available, even though he's making a lot of money. I don't know what a team will have to do to get him, a former Finals MVP and last year a regular season MVP candidate.
For a little bit of period of time at least.
Let's get back to Miami. Giannis now getting paired with Bam Adebayo. The stove is hot. The stove is cranking, but the cupboard is a little bit bare. What's next for the Heat in building out the rest of the roster?
Gary, the Heat know that they have more work to do. Pat Riley, Andy Ellsberg there in Miami, they go and get Giannis, and they have Bam, of course. This is not a stronger duo maybe you think of in the Eastern Conference that you want to build around, but they have to figure out the rest of this roster. That work starts now. Today it's probably been going on in anticipation, preparation in the event that they get Giannis. One lever here for the Heat. We'll see what happens with the free agency of Norm Powell. Does that expand into a sign and trade? Do they bring him back? If it is a sign and trade, do they bring in players in that type of a deal? And this construct between Milwaukee and Miami, this deal will be open-ended until July 6th. It allows both sides, Milwaukee and Miami, to go bring in other avenues, expand the deal. Remember, last year around this time, the Suns and Rockets completed just a one-to-one construct of a deal. That turned into a historic 17 trade. We'll see what happens now with Miami.
Yeah, that's wild. So it'll be Wiggins, Bam, and Giannis. Norman Powell is going to ask for all kinds of money because he was an all-star. He's a scorer. They're pretty tough to guard. I don't know if Miami needs to work on signing him if they really want this trade to work, because they traded away their rotation. Everybody basically went to Milwaukee. And I think as a team, Milwaukee might have been the actual team that actually got better. Because as far as next year, because of all of the current players that they got. They got some good players in Khalil Ware, Hawkins, and Tyler Hero. So as of right now, I think popular opinion is that Miami won the trade, but I think Milwaukee might have got this one. Now, in the long run, because they gave up all them assets, that might be a problem. Wow. And they got all them assets. Milwaukee got a bunch of assets from him. So that might be a win for Milwaukee. Because I don't know if they're going to sign Norman Powell. Good Lord. But we'll see. This is your boy, the Sports Dr. Spock, Mickey Coleman. Let me know what y'all think about this video. And I am gone for now. Peace out.